Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to go over how to mantle jump in Apex Legends, and I'm going to kind of break down the process that I took to actually learn the movement technique itself. So before we get into this, big shout out to Eskija or Eskiji. Eski, I don't know how to pronounce your name, bro. I'm so sorry. If you're watching this by chance, please let me know down below. But anyways, I learned pretty much everything that I'm going to go over from him and his guide. I learned how to mantle jump within a few hours of watching his guide. I still don't have it mastered, but I know enough about it to go through a guide for you guys and teach him. So go check out his channel. Link will be in the description to his mantle jump guide. Go show some love over there. So let's go ahead and get into this. The first thing you're going to need to know is how to cancel your mantle. Super easy. All you do is get into a climb and you can press S or you can press crouch. For me, that's C. And either way works. Either way works for the mantle jump technique. So next thing you need to know is how to super jump. So if you don't know how to super jump, all you're going to want to do is bind jump to scroll wheel down or scroll wheel up, and you're going to press interact. For me, that's E. So I'm going to press E and scroll wheel down or scroll wheel up if you bound it to that. And I'm super jumping. So mantle jumping, I'm going to go up the zip. I'm holding E while I'm going up the zip, by the way, or W, my bad. I'm holding W. And as soon as I see the caution tape, or as soon as that's what I'm aiming for, is what I'm trying to say. I'm aiming for the caution tape here. And as soon as I see the floor of the level that I'm trying to get to, that's when I cancel my mantle, look straight down and super jump. So way easier said than done. So right here, this is basically the frame you want to go for. As soon as you see the floor, that's when you want to insert all these other keybinds. So see floor, cancel mantle by pressing S or crouch, look straight down, and then super jump. Very much so, easier said than done. So let's go ahead and break this down in slow motion. I'll do one more real quick and then we'll slow-mo it. So what I'm doing is I'm going up the zip, I'm holding E, jumping off while aiming kind of for the caution tape. As soon as I see the floor, I'm tapping S, looking straight down and holding E and scroll wheel down. And that's really all there is to it. It's a lot easier said than done, like I said, but there are a lot of steps that can result in a lot of button mashing. Especially when I started, I was just button mashing all of these keys, hoping for the best. So the first thing I'm going to recommend is you don't learn it on this floor. The reason you don't want to learn it on this floor is because that frame that we talked about, the one that you want to aim for every time, is only really applicable to floors that have this sign on it, or there's a roof, right? If there's a roof, it matters a little bit, but the timing can be a lot more like off. It doesn't have to be as perfect. But when there's this exit sign, your head just bounces off of it so easily if you don't have the timing perfected. So I strongly recommend learning it on these floors, as the timing of your mantle cancel doesn't really matter as much. As you can see, I'm basically getting into the mantle animation, waiting as long as I want, canceling it, and still hitting a super jump. So to start off, what you're going to want to do is come to the bottom floor here and really just start from square one and get each individual movement mechanic down. Basically go step by step by step and get comfortable with each individual mechanic. So if we go back to the beginning of this video, right, the first thing you want to learn is how to mantle cancel. So what you're going to want to do is really just come to the bottom floor here, go up the rope, mantle on this ledge, or cancel or start the climb and then cancel it, but really just get comfortable going up the rope, climbing or mantling the wall, and then canceling it. And once you feel like this is easy to you, you can then start to add the super jump to the end of it. So mantle it, turn, super jump, mantle it, cancel, super jump. And then we go from there and we start to learn the timing on the other floors as well, the ones like the top floor. We can go over to construction and take a look over there. So the timing is more important on this floor than it is on those other three floors that we were showing, like any of these bottom floors, really. Same thing in this building, right? It's more important, but it's not as difficult as the streamer building is. So the reason for that is because there's no exit sign here, right? So you can still mess it up if you do it too late or look too far up. You're still gonna hit your head. See, I'm still hitting my head there. I'm doing the movement tech right. But basically I'm just waiting too long. So it's a lot easier to get it down on this building than streamer building, but it's still a little bit of a challenge. So I suggest starting here before you go for the streamer building top floor. But basically same thing. All you're gonna do is mantle, look straight down, cancel it, and super jump as soon as you cancel it. Now, Here's one tip if you're having trouble getting into your super jump after mantling, like with the timing. So when you cancel your mantle, so as soon as you press S, go for E and scroll wheel down as soon as you press S. So I'll show that in slow motion. So basically all I'm doing is I'm holding E roughly at the same time as I'm tapping S, just so that I guarantee that as soon as I cancel my mantle, as soon as I'm able to latch onto the zip line, I'm latching onto it. And that for you might create some more consistent timings. So that's pretty much all I have for the actual mantle jump technique. But there is another technique that you can do with basically all of the same information, which is mantle crouching. I don't actually know, I forget what the name of this movement tech is, but basically it's the same concept, except it puts you a floor down, or it puts you a floor down from where you're trying to go rather than a floor up. So what I mean by that is I'm doing the same thing, getting into my mantle, I'm canceling it, and instead of pressing E and scroll wheel, I'm going to press E and crouch. And that puts me down a floor, right? This is significantly easier than mantle jumping, as it requires a lot less timing, right? The timing is still there. As soon as you cancel your mantle, you're still going to want to hold E, but instead you're going to press crouch, right? So the reason the timing is easier is because there's no frame dependent like thing that you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about like a specific time into the climb you have to cancel it at all, much like the other floors. All you have to do is get into a mantle, tap S, and then E and crouch. Super easy. All right, well, hopefully this video helped you guys out in some way, shape, or form, and let me know how your mantle jumping is after watching this guide. Love you guys. Bye.